Hello, Science 20s. This is part 2 of significant digits. We're going to look at how significant digits are used when doing mathematical operations. So the first mathematical operation we're going to look at is going to be addition and subtraction. During addition and subtracting, the rule is going to be always put your answer in the least number of decimal places, or what we like to call the least accurate measurement. So if I take a look at this example down below, we are going to add 0.507 grams of salt to 150.0 grams of water. So if we take a look down here, let's add these two numbers together right now. So 0.507 plus 150.0. And the answer I get on my calculator is 150.507 grams. We're going to call that my calculator value. Now, in order to figure out how we record this number on my sheet, we have to look at the number of decimal places in each addition value. So if I take a look at the first number here, this guy has 3 decimal places. This guy has 1 decimal place. So when I go to record this number, although this was my calculator number, we are going to put it in the least number of decimal places. So 3, 1, we need to put this in 1 decimal place. So I'm going to record this number on my answer sheet as 150.5 grams. We are only allowed 1 decimal place because we're putting it in the least number. So we have a second example up here. And again, this time we're going to do perimeter of a triangle. So we're going to add together 3 numbers. So type these 3 numbers into your calculator: 42.352 plus 15.64 plus 8.004. And the number we get in our calculator is going to be 65.996 centimeters. This is my calculator value. So to figure out how to put it in significant digits, we have to look at, because this is adding, the number of decimal places. We have 3 decimal places. In the second number, we have 2 decimal places. And in the last number, we have 3 decimal places again. So the smallest one is 2. So we're going to write this answer into 2 decimal places. Again, our rules from rounding are going to take effect. And when I go to write this guy down in 2 decimal places, the answer is going to be 66.00 centimeters. We are allowed only 2 decimal places. What I would recommend is, why don't you pause this video, try the third one for yourself, and then unpause the video to check your answer. In this question, it looks like we are allowed 2 decimal places here. We are allowed 3 decimal places here. And we are allowed 2 decimal places here. So if I subtract these 3 numbers from each other, in my calculator, the number I get is going to be 0.069 kilograms. And that is my calculator number. Now, if I take a look, 2, 3, 2, I'm allowed 2 decimal places. So I'm going to look right here. This guy is going to round up, rounding rule again. And my answer I'm going to record is 0.07 kilograms, 2 decimal places. That is the rule for adding and subtracting. Multiplying and dividing is a totally different rule. When figuring out the significant digits for multiplying and dividing, this time we put our answer in the least number of significant digits. It has nothing to do with decimal places. So let's try an example. We're going to multiply 2.50 by 18.02. The number I get in my calculator when I do that is 45.05, and in this case, it's going to be in grams. This is my calculator value. So this time, though, because we're multiplying, we have to look at number of significant digits. So this number has 3 significant digits. This number has 4 significant digits. Therefore, I'm going to put my answer into 3 significant digits, always the least number of sig digs. So here's 3 right here. Again, this is going to round it up. So my number that I record is going to be 45.1 grams. I am allowed only 3 significant digits. Let's try another example. This time we're going to find out the area of a rectangle. So we're going to multiply 2 numbers together. 18.94 times 4.92. And the calculator number is actually a big, long, ugly number. 93.1848 meters squared. Again, this is my calculator value. So to figure out how to put it in significant digits, we have to, because it's multiplying, put it in the least number. So this number has 4 significant digits. This number has 3 significant digits. Therefore, we're going to put our answer into 3 significant digits. So 93 point, and this is going to round this up, 93.2 meters squared. We are allowed only 2 significant digits. Why don't you pause the video, try the last question with division, and then unpause the video to check your work. So I'm going to take 6.550 divided by 1.9801, and the answer is 3.307913742. That's a big long one. This is our calculator value. Okay. When I take a look here, this number has 4 significant digits. This number has 5 significant digits. So we're going to put our answer into 4. So I'm going to use these 4. 3.30. This one's going to round this number up. So it's going to be 3.308. I'm allowed, again, only 4 significant digits. So the rule of this is very simple. If you're adding and subtracting, it's least number of decimal places. If you're multiplying and dividing, it's least number of significant digits. There is an additional rule, and that additional rule says if the number you're using is an exact number, you do not follow these rules. So things like constants, the ideal constant, the ideal gas constant, or the atomic weights given in the periodic table. These numbers tend to be actually very large for significant digits. So you would actually just follow the rules that you have already in your problem that we're going to answer. Let's take a look at one of these. So in this example, we would like to find the mass of a dozen baseballs. Well, a dozen is an exact number. So if one baseball is 167.21 grams, we're going to multiply it by 12. 12 is not going to count as significant because it's an exact value. Therefore, we're going to multiply the 2 numbers, get our calculator value, very large, 2006.52 grams. And we would look to the number in the question for significant digits. There's 5 here, so I would put my answer into 5. So I would be looking right here. 2 is not going to round or do anything, so it's going to be 2006.5. That is all the rules. Really, what significant digits takes is practice. The more questions we do, the more you pay attention to details, the more you're going to learn these rules and the better off we're going to be. Hope this lesson was worthwhile.